I don't know about you guys, but for me, I have a ton of fears. I'm afraid of a lot of things, and I know a lot of you guys would laugh about it, but let me know what you guys are afraid of in the comment section below. For me, I'm afraid of dogs, and I'm afraid of wind. When it's really windy, I'm terrified, and I wish I was joking. I'm not joking. Well, what's happening, you guys? I'm your host for this one, Landon Dallatsing. Hopefully, you guys are keeping sane. You guys are social distancing. You guys are washing your hands. You guys are doing all the techniques, getting your wrists done. You guys are keeping away from people. So, because a lot of you guys have been messaging me, I'm seeing the comments. A lot of you guys lost your jobs. A lot of you guys are struggling to pay rent. I'm committed to giving away $5,000 to you guys during the springtime. I don't know if I want to call it the COVID-19 $5 grand giveaway, but this is a chance for you guys to win money this spring. Head over to my Instagram at Landon Productions. Look for this image right here. This is going to be the newest image, the newest contest. Week 1, we gave away $500. Week 2 was a Nintendo Switch. Week 3, we voted with you guys $500 to give away to a charity that's directly linked with the virus, with what's going on right now. So make sure you guys head over to my Instagram so you guys can win some money. And let me know what I should give away for the weeks upcoming, because in total we're giving away $5,000 to try to help out as many families, as many of you guys as possible. All right, let's get right into this video. I'm gonna jump into an audio over, so I'm gonna be grabbing the mic. I'm gonna hold it so the audio sounds a lot better. We're not at the studio right now. I'm in my basement. I'm in my kids' play area, and I don't have a teleprompter, so I have to read off of a laptop. So you guys are gonna hear crisp audio now. Okay, whoa, that's, yeah, it's kind of loud. Am I sounding pretty good right now? Is this real life right now? Oh, sorry, I had to do it. All right, let's just jump right into this list. Let's not waste any more time here. This is the top 10 scary fears people actually have. And yes, I'm actually afraid of wind and dogs, like big dogs, maybe even small dogs. All right, starting off, number 10 is agoraphobia. You remember a few years ago when killer clowns were out chasing people around with knives? Yeah, I feel like that probably activated this fear in a lot of people. It's, of course, we're talking about the fear of clowns. And then the It movie had to be released, and it made it worse. It's not always clear why people fear clowns, whether it's the general conception of them or the idea that they're pulling knives out of fake flowers. I mean, it seems to be a common thing, and it seems to be a fear a lot of people have. Number 9 is phobophobia. If you've ever seen any of the Annabelle or Chucky movies, by the way, amazing movies, pretty terrifying, you definitely will understand this one. Phobophobia is the fear of dolls. Technically, it's a bunch of automaton phobia, which is the fear of humanoid, but not quite human figures. I know, a little weird, but you know what? It does sound terrifying. Most children who have phobophobia end up growing out of it, but some do carry into adulthood. It can also be specified to certain types of dolls, ones that talk, ones that can walk. I don't know why dolls are walking. Or even like the porcelain dolls. They look too alive. Coming in at number 8, we have germophobia. This is a term you must have definitely heard of by now. Even if one of your friends are joking and saying, "Oh my god, you're such a germaphobe." Officially, it's a pathological fear of germs, bacteria, microbes, contamination, and infection. And you know what? I might have this, and I think millions now have this because, well, we don't really want to touch anything right now because of what's going on. I feel like this is how Howie Mandel lives his everyday life, and wow. I can somewhat relate on a small scale, of course, but it's so crazy that he goes through this every single day. Some of the symptoms of germophobia include washing and cleaning compulsions, including incredibly lengthy and thorough organization and disinfecting, obsessive showering and toothbrushing, and hyperfixating on just about everything the germs will affect. So pretty much, well, maybe I don't have this problem because I don't brush my teeth twice a day, every day. Obsessive showering, I don't know about that one. I don't like to clean. I mean, do I even have this fear? For a lot of people, it can also mean social situations, staying away from them, like Howie Mandel can't shake someone's hands, and he also shaved his head because of this. A lot of these people are afraid of hospitals. That's one I can relate to. Our number 7 slot goes to tapiophobia, or the fear of being buried alive. I mean, I get it. Historically, people use refused to be buried alive often enough that it became a concern. So they had to either string bells through the ground to hear if someone, started moving while they're being buried. Thankfully, it's now a lot less common for someone to be accidentally buried alive because there's ways to accurately monitor people's vitals, such as brain activity. A lot of these people were being buried 6 foot under, but then somehow they weren't actually dead. They've woken up and now they're alive, fighting for their life. And at number 6, we have somniophobia. People who have somniophobia are afraid of falling asleep. I'm pretty sure my baby has this fear. Baby Olivia doesn't like to take naps. I think she has somniophobia. I can't even imagine what this would be like to have this fear. I mean, I love sleep way too much, although sleep doesn't exist in my world these days. Well, the fear stems from a few things. Not wanting to not have control, just letting your body relax and fall asleep. And also not wanting to have a nightmare. I mean, I get it. I hate nightmares. I wish I could just stay awake forever because then I would just be more productive. Like, imagine people never got tired. And also people that have somniophobia, they also have the fear of dying in their sleep. People with somniophobia often experience anxiety as it gets closer to bedtime and will even force themselves to stay awake for as long as they physically can. Next up, number 5 is acrophobia, which is the fear of people. I kind of have this fear right now of people because people be coughing without face masks. I feel like living with this must be the loneliest existence ever. It's more than just being shy or having social anxiety, because social anxiety usually involves avoiding groups of people. People with acrophobia, though, will often have intense fears of interacting with even just one person. And they also try to do everything they can to avoid social interaction, choosing instead to communicate over text, email, or snail mail, rather than meeting people face to face. I know some people that if I call them right now, they're not picking up and they're going to say they're busy and they're going to shoot me with a text. Some people get anxious about being on the phone. They want to be prepared on what they're going to say next. And on the phone, well, they got to reply pretty quickly. So people get anxious. Okay, so this next one, I personally don't count it as a fear. I would count it as willful ignorance and maybe racism as well. Well, in at number 4, we have xenophobia, or the fear of strangers or foreigners. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, I feel like for this to actually be a fear, it would have to manifest itself more as anxiety and avoidance, though usually manifests as anger and violence and prejudice. For example, a lot of people are displaying violence towards the Chinese community and Asians in general because they're actually associating them with the coronavirus. I mean, it got pretty bad that people were avoiding them. They would come on a bus and other people would just clear out of fear. I mean, the coronavirus doesn't go from Asian person to Asian person. It goes from human contact to another human. I mean, we're all humans at the end of the day. There should be no such thing as race. And next up, number 3, we have arachnophobia. And I'm sure you guys already know what this is. Yeah, it's the fear of spiders. Now, a lot of people get grossed out or spooked by spiders and want to either kill them, which please don't because it's going to rain, or they just feel, more comfortable being a far away distance from it. But that's not really having a phobia of them. Arachnophobes will take extreme measures to avoid situations where there might be a spider, including avoiding the outdoors, forests, or even basements where usually spiders are found. Some scientists think that arachnophobia is an evolutionary trait meant to protect our ancestors from danger, but for a lot of people it makes life hard to live comfortably. Coming at number 2, we have latrophobia, which is defined as the fear of doctors. And you know what? I just quickly wanted to give a huge shout out to all the doctors and nurses putting their life on the line every single day. So thank you so much. And I hope a lot of you guys are staying home so we can keep the doctors and nurses safe. I mean, we don't need to be overpopulating the hospitals for no reason at all. But getting back into this, obviously this one can be really dangerous if you're legitimately sick and you don't really choose your fears. It sort of just happens. So imagine having this and something is wrong with you and you're just way too afraid to go get it checked out. I remember growing up, my dad said this one thing to me: son, never be embarrassed to tell a doctor something. Fear is what kills a lot of people. So I've kind of lived with that one. Well, people with this phobia often will be postponing doctor appointments, avoiding them altogether. And I'm kind of questioning, well, what is the fear of A fear of dentists, because I always push those off. I hate those. A lot of these people have actual panic attacks when they have to go see the doctor. Well, imagine having COVID-19 and you're unable to bring yourself to the hospital because of fear. Now you have to battle this severe virus on your own at home. And the final spot goes to thanatophobia, or the fear of God himself. This phobia doesn't refer to the type of fear of God that's mentioned in the Bible, but rather an actual crippling anxiety surrounding God and religion. Sometimes it can stem from a trauma such as the loss of a loved one and attributing it as God's wrath. People with this phobia will often avoid places of worship and avoid discussions surrounding ethics or morality, as these are often associated with religion. Alright, well there you guys have it. I'm holding the microphone because I'm too lazy to mount it back on my camera. I just want to say, honestly guys, thank you so much for watching these videos and for allowing us to entertain you guys at home and for allowing us to keep producing videos for you guys. Because without you, well, we don't have a job here and we can't produce YouTube videos. And thank you personally for allowing me to keep a lot of people employed still. We're still going very strong, and everyone on this channel and other channels that I own, a lot of people are at home filming videos. We have amazing hosts, we have amazing editors, we have an amazing production team that's allowing this to happen. So I just want to say, during this hard time, I'm so thankful for you guys. Make sure you guys head over to my Instagram at Landon Productions. Go check out that contest. I want to make sure you guys are winning money. That's it for me, guys. I was your host, Landon. Do not get too close to me, and I will see you guys all in the next most amazing top 10 video.